Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Points.
What? Hey, everybody!
Hey!
Look at us all sitting in one place.
I can touch them.
She's touching me. Let us know if our sound is okay or if we just look like we're pointing like this.
Wait, that was so weird because I know which side of me y'all are on, but that's it. And so I was touching faces, and so like Tommy's face felt like your face, and your face felt
extra
like Tommy's
sensory.
face. It was weird.
Well, hello everyone. So the three of us are in Texas. We're not currently at the Texas Renaissance Fair. We're currently on this nice leather couch at Reverend Tommy's house because he has really good Wi-Fi. And we have some other people here in our virtual studio audience. No, not audience. They're virtual studio. They're in this virtual studio, and we're gonna bring them in right here. Mad cow. She's bad.
Cow ladies.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
The lovely and talented Madam Ansa. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Miss you. There we go. That's what I wanted, to be able to see all of the people.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear us pretty good? We have one mic between us all, so.
Well, I've
one
only
mic
heard
to
you.
us.
Can you other people talk?
Hi, I'm talking now.
Yeah, I'm talking also.
Yeah, everything's
Oh,
great.
that time.
Oh, look at you taking turns. Yeah, you should have been there. And also in our studio, we have Prue Wizard Helper.
Hello.
So I instantly chuckled when it said Wizard Helper, and my inclination was the Hamburger Helper, but it's like Prue Wizard Helper, and like it comes in a box, you mix it in with your regular magic. That was where. So I'm not sure what like
A giant hand costume.
right.
Yes.
So that was where my brain went, but now I want to know where
Your brain
where
came
your
from?
brain was.
Today I'm doing some sewing to help a wizard friend of mine.
Ah.
So I can't be very specific about the sort of things that I'm going to be sewing for him, because you can't go giving away those craft secrets. But it makes me feel really awesome to help make the magic happen, as it were.
Nice. Okay.
She's vague booking.
She's vague booking. All right. Well, I want to say hello to everybody who's on stream. Skylark, Blondie. I saw Kitty there. Of course, Kitty's right here. Sally. Let me see who else is here. Of course, and Johnny O Twitch. Welcome all. Today is crafting with the crew, creating with the crew. We're just doing stuff.
We're creating friendship.
That's right.
I also need to paint up a set of dice as well.
Yeah.
I have a secret skeleton, so I made some special dice for my secret skeleton.
Bigger.
Oh,
Make it
bigger.
big.
Make it big. All right. Here we
Do
go.
the thing.
Embiggen it.
Embiggened.
So
Ooh.
this dice has
Are those little rats?
a mellow pumpkin inside it, plus a bunch of little rats,
yes,
plus let's see, there's the
That's really cute.
candy corn
A
in
candy
there.
corn.
So what you're saying is that indeed, in case of emergency, break dice and you could literally eat them.
No.
Why?
No.
No.
Stop putting things in your mouth.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We talked about this
Say
last
it
night.
All right.
Oh,
say it
but,
together.
Here's one that I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and I this is the first time I've made one.
Are those googly eyes?
It's googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
And
I think Mab might.
Do they Google?
Really want that.
They do. They Google.
Okay.
Oh my God! Googly eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's the googly eye
and
die of
actually-
dog.
Yeah, you can hear them shaking inside the dice, so it's really stinking
So
awesome.
You need one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we all need them now.
Yeah, she needs one because the googly eye die of Yog. Soft off.
Young
Yeah.
stuff off.
So, Madam Onsa, what are you working on today?
Right now, I'm working on finding everybody again. Okay, there we are. And breathing, successfully breathing. So what I'm working on is the proof for my advent calendar came yesterday. That was very exciting.
Yeah.
It being a proof, it is a it's still a bit of a work in progress because you make art, you make the layout, you put them all together, you have it come out, and you go, oh, like that, except 10% more this and 5% more that. In this case, I needed to be 100% less backwards.
That's not a trick of the camera. It is actually.
It's
it was
actually backwards.
Oh
Right.
no!
Hilariously, the back is forwards, but the front is backwards.
Oh no.
Which took a time to explain that to the person. No.
Yes.
The back is the forwards.
Right, trying to explain that. It was just
So you want the back on the front. No.
exactly.
That
So,
can't go
But other
on.
than that, interestingly, this font is really easy for me to read backwards. So it took me a minute to notice. I was like, oh, he's facing the wrong way. Like this part, I could totally read that. When it gets down here to the, Bad Cow
finer
Magic
print.
School of Art is backwards. That part was hard for me to read.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, so here I'll show you what it looks like.
Oh yes.
I
There.
feel like the limited edition, super
Yes.
rare.
That's right. It's limited edition.
Raffle off, buy tickets.
Absolutely. Yes, it's got
Winning
it's
the
got
one misprint.
Bad Cow cooties and bad layout cooties. So that's the interior. So what I'm going to be doing is actually continue to assemble this mock-up and figure out other things. You can see it is comprised of many parts. But, when you open it and hang it on your wall, you're going to see these things. And then you will open the windows and see all the cute stuff. I guess technically they're doors. And it'll tell you what they are. Interestingly, in this mock-up also, for no reason that anyone seems to understand, the monsters on the left and the right are switched. So it'll say Chupacabra on this side with a picture of Cthulhu and vice versa. So that was another thing, trying to explain to the designer. I'm like, given that they have no context for most of these monsters, how would they know that the Wendigo is, opposite the Chupacabra or whatever? So we've had to do some proofing.
Natural enemies, as they were.
What'd you say?
The natural enemies, as they were.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why I had to put them on either side of the calendar, so
right.
they wouldn't meet each other in the middle, But yeah,
Maybe
so there's the
They were visiting. They were there at a timeshare.
It was like in Toy Story. Sometimes they can get up and move across to the other.
Right, or like the paintings in Harry Potter, where they're always sneaking off into the other painting to talk smack. So what I'm doing is some assembly required. I'm making notes of things that need to be fixed. Excuse me, obsessively, because I really have to have this done this week. A cool thing that you can't tell, and then I'll let you go back to the small screen. You can sort of maybe see, but the quality of the ink is so nice that it's actually 3-dimensional. Like if you feel this, you can feel the wood grain and you can feel Krampus's fur and everything, which is
She's feeling
not something I expected. So if you can't see the calendar and you just want to know what it feels like, it'll still work for you.
So it's practically
That's what I'm
braille,
doing.
is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without the whole sharp stick in the eye.
That's really cool because they are etchings. They actually they were actually all etched.
It's true.
So I mean, it's almost like they were real.
Right, they're like 3-dimensional in reproduction as well as in life. Probably, honestly, just about this deep a cut too. So that's what I'm doing, and also drinking this cup of very strong coffee that I just made for the clam and I.
Wow.
Hi. The clam is over there drinking some coffee and doing some work.
Nice.
Hi.
Awesome. I want to also say hi to Bill. Also, Sir Dave, thanks for joining us today. I hope everybody's working on some art themselves or, doing some creative writing. I think we're just sitting on a couch right now, but actually Reverend Tommy right over here is working on some cool glass work. We're going to pop that camera on there in a little bit, but we wanted to say hi and get things rolling over here.
Nice.
Let's see, what else do we have going on? Golly, we're still just recovering from opening TRF and then doing the show on Tuesday last night. And,
After driving all week and closing our previous fairs.
Yeah. So,
or abandoning a fair mid-run, in my case.
Yes. Yes, yours truly mid-run. I am only missing the last 3 weekends of Maryland. So, not such big.
Yeah,
that's when all the partying happens.
Yeah, the glass shop at Parf is stripped bare with Jeremy being down here, and there was little production happening. It
cooked all defrosted food this week. I was looking at Sally's comment there. No creating, just cooked defrosted food. I mean,
emptying out the freezer is a good thing to do.
Some weeks are more productive than others, and sometimes you just have to do that to.
Yeah, but later today I'm going to be creating the most amazing dinner tonight.
Oh,
that counts. That totally counts.
Absolutely counts. I'm in the school of food is art, if you or at least it can be. So
this is an interesting topic in our courtship.
Yes, it was.
Thing.
How many shrimp do you see yourself eating?
Yeah. I did not have fond associations with cooking. My mother was a lovely cook. I come from a long line of people who cooked, but I really had a lot of trauma around it's women's job to cook for men. And so the only way I knew how to implement feminism in that form was resistance by not learning how to cook, because I could not equate it with servitude. So, but Paulo likes to cook, and I was like, "Are you okay?"
199.
Those are two different
great.
questions. Liking to cook and being okay are
points this
Hey,
week.
now I'm ready to start the show. I've got my drink.
Oh, can you put the googly eyes up again? Because I think Johnny O Twitch wanted Carmel to see them.
Oh yeah.
Of course, she needs to see them. All right.
Look your head over here.
Oh, big screen.
Look at what
I've made a set of dice for my secret skeleton.
Metatron
It's
die.
like a Metatron, Carmel Metatron die.
I
And
love
the
God,
Google's so
Metatron.
good.
I'm wearing, and are we live right now? Not a.
We're live.
We are live. Hey, Johnny on Twitch. I'm still wearing my Metatron ring.
Woo.
I'm like, how do mirrors
Nice.
work?
Awesome.
know.
Thank you, Prue, for sharing. I
That's
just-
so cool. I love all the eyes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well all the rest of them will. Here's my Here's the M&M's one.
Oh wait, hang on. No, wait. I'm gonna get that on the big screen.
It's got the
Oh,
green
yeah.
one, so you know
Yeah.
she's good for it.
I like it.
She has
Oh, there
one.
it is.
Wow.
Ooh,
There's also one that's full of
yeah.
like Halloween themed,
Do
non
not give the M&M die to
There's
Soraya.
not candy.
candy
She's totally
candy
gonna eat that.
corn and
die.
mallow mushroom,
She's just
not
asking.
mushroom, pumpkin.
But you're not supposed to eat it because it's been resinified.
Yeah, because it's been doused in resin, which is toxic.
Only the outside of it.
She said
Yeah,
shmup.
I mean, you just get a shaver, shave the outside shell of the candy.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
fine, right?
That's
That doesn't-
basically what candy corn is
Chemicals
anyway. It's
import
plastic.
chemicals.
Right,
I mean,
I've got
the candy coating has got to be a protective shell, right?
this one is nerds and bats.
Yeah, although I think
Oh,
that
cute.
protective shell is still like a -5 modifier.
That's cute.
I mean, it's not like a coconut or anything. Jeez, come on, people. Okay, so I don't know. Is it a here's my brain is going. How do you? Is there a secret method? And you don't have to share it if it's a secret method. But is there a secret method for making sure the candy doesn't poke through? Like you put the candy in there, and then oh wait, I'm already coming up with a way to do it. But okay, so you put the candy in there, but how do you make sure the candy doesn't poke through on the bottom of the die when you put the resin in?
So you do kind of want to squish it around and make sure that the candy is coated by resin on all sides, or you can start off with a little bit of resin in the mold already, and then add the candy and then top it off with the resin. I didn't do it the second way. I did it the first way, and I don't know if I did it as well as I should have. So I'm gonna be putting a little UV resin around the edges where I think it might need a little bit of
Right.
extra coating.
Yeah,
So-
that was my first question. I was like, how do you get it so that you're not just like licking the edge of the die and getting that, candy?
Or maybe that's what you want.
Maybe you want that.
Maybe that's what Kitty
No.
wants.
No, you shouldn't want that.
No, stop trying to eat the dice.
That's a bad
You
thing to
can't
want.
make me.
So selling dice at the Maryland Fair and also at the PA Fair, the little kids come up and they don't even know what they're looking at a lot of times, like the really little ones, but they see all the beautiful crystalline bags of dice and they immediately want to grab them, which is gross.
Right.
And I'm always like, looks like candy, do not eat.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Right?
Don't put that in your mouth.
Kitty wants what the kitty wants.
Dude,
Can I talk about something gross
I
for
mean,
a
she's still
second?
got one good eye that can be transformed into something. Is there
That's
another
right.
book for that?
Oh, no, maybe there should be. All right.
You know,
Well,
we should do like a Nat 21 source book for Earth.
Did Anka say she's got something gross to say?
Anka does. Wicked clever. Edible dice, I know. That's yes. This is for Sally.
Fucking
It
dice.
was the whole you
Oh,
don't
hi,
want a
Matt.
freezer to die on you.
Oh.
So Sally, I had the freezer die on me with my son's placenta in it. It was
Oh.
the freezer was packed with food and also a placenta because I was going to put it in the ground later. And it took a long time to figure out what the bad smell in the basement was.
Oh,
So I had
no.
an entire freezer packed with human biohazard. It was such a sad way for my son's placenta to end its time in a
Oh,
pile
no.
of moldy baked goods. So I knew Sally would appreciate that.
Oh, bless.
Yikes.
Making it gross.
I like how wicked clever. I was like,
Yeah, it's just like,
I
bam.
said, this is, I want placenta dice. I was like, here's a bad idea. Placenta dice.
Well, he
Oh,
said
and,
he's a little pitchy this week, so he'll say anything.
So, and a Brace Split Bark wants to know how you make sure the dice are balanced.
Good question.
So it all depends on densities compared to the resin density. And a lot of ornamental dice, like the ones that I'm making, aren't really meant like isn't going to be perfectly balanced. However, the trick with that is that as long as you roll it and it hits a wall, then that overcomes any natural advantage or disadvantage the imbalance will give you. All right. So just always roll it in a container where it's bouncing off of at least one wall.
So if you don't, you're a cheater.
Right.
It kind of maybe.
I mean, the thing is that with sided dice, it would be very hard, like, to really establish a roll that would, even if it was slightly unbalanced, that would actually, like, oh, I managed to get it on the 20 every time, because on the 20-sider, it would fall over so much that even if you had it.
Yeah, the 20 is right next to the 2. The 1 is right next to the 19. So
yeah,
even if it is imbalanced, you have just as much chance of rolling high as rolling low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to work really hard to make it an imbalance that favors something in particular.
Yeah, because in the what was it? That's why they don't allow the Magic the Gathering hit point die, which actually is in a row. So you've got like it is 20, 19, 18, 17, 16 like around, and then the other side is like the lower numbers, just so that you can find your numbers faster as you lose hit points. So they're like, yeah, you can't really use that one because that one could be weighted, and then you'd have a really good chance of having it land on the on the upper side, which has all of the high numbers on one side, and then all the low numbers on the other side. So
yeah, I was just about to say, doesn't Louis make a dice tower with Little Empires? That people can be rolling with.
That's right, my friends. Little Empires, one of our sponsors, who Louis Scaradec, who is one of our players and also has Little Empires. He makes all sorts of really, really awesome Dungeons and Dragons accoutrements. And right now we actually have the Halloween party pack available on our website that includes the mausoleum from Little Empires, which is so awesome. And I love it. It's my favorite one. But
I have one here I can show off if we need it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Show it off.
Don't we have a big
picture of it? King Barnabas, kin to Thecla.
That's right. They're all interrelated. So yeah, and he also does make a really cool dice tower, which is based off of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, which if you've seen it, basically what it is. All right, so if you're familiar with the cartoon, epic lines. I think we both like. Louis came up to me and I was like, "It's a Dungeons and Dragons ride," and that was oh yeah. So here it is. I'm gonna get that on the big screen. This is the mausoleum that is in your. Oh look, and there's the Memento Mori, Memento Vivere book. That's the mausoleum that comes with the book in the adventure pack, plus some extra dice. Look, normally that mausoleum is $40 by itself. We are selling this whole package for $50 because I managed to talk everyone into giving me all these things for a lower price. So we are passing the savings on to you, my friends. And
you're too kind. You know that awesome. You're just too kind.
Well,
Although in the book, as we learned last night, there's some real sketchy juggler characters in the caravan.
Gosh, that's beautiful.
Thecla likes mausoleum.
Wow.
We get some dramatic music. That was someone left their phone next to the microphone. So
that started ringing.
He wants to say hi.
And that was the Memento Mori book. Yes.
Say hi, Brent. We're doing the show.
Oh, what show are you doing?
Creating with the Crew.
Hello, we're the crew.
You're always doing something.
Yeah, the Sheehan guy. I love that guy.
Hello, caller. Have you called in before? What's your question?
Speaking of sketchy jugglers, here's one now.
Yeah.
Do you have a question for the crew?
would Kitty mind calling me back afterward?
That's an excellent question, Brent. No, actually, I would not mind that at all. In fact, I would be looking forward to that. Thanks for asking.
We're all gonna call you back.
We all are.
One at a time. At all hours.
Maybe text me a link. I'll look at your thing too.
Oh, we got to text him a link of our thing.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Kitty's showing her thing on the show.
Off screen.
Or social media link, and I'll watch it on later.
My
There
thing
you
is my
Okay.
own, and I
That's
hold
the new
it
2
so
p.m.
sweet.
show.
All right. I love you. I'll talk to you
yes.
later.
Yes.
I love you too, but differently.
Hi.
In that party pack, we get the Mausoleum, we get the Memento Mori book, which is an awesome 122-page source book for the island of Anon, and there's an adventure built inside of it, and then the source book. You literally could have weeks and weeks and weeks of adventures. We're literally skimming. We are like a lightning bolt shooting through the adventure.
The eyeball of the adventure.
Yeah, and it's like we're just like shooting right through it, and so there's so much more to the adventure itself. So don't think that we're revealing all of the secrets at all. We're like literally just. It's not even. We're like less than the footnotes. This is like.
Yeah, I was looking at that flowchart last night, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh my lord, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like last night turned out to be like chutes and ladders. It was like, pew, bam,
Right.
pirates.
And cut to the pirates. There you go. Which is
Robert wants to know what's in the Memento Mori book.
To danger and unknown lands.
oh, they're sailing definitely into the mouth of a giant tentacle monster, I'm sure. So.
Robert, no, I didn't. I'm going to go spit it out.
Spoilers.
Get that out of your mouth, Kitty. Get that out of your mouth. Spit that out.
Don't
Spit it
put
out.
that in your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth.
She's a spitter.
So yes, well, thank you everybody for joining us today. This is awesome. I thought Cubby was gonna be here, but there's Wicked Clever, and tonight is Goblonia as well, my friends. So don't forget that we've got some Goblonia show going on. The Kickstarter is still rolling as well. You can get a copy of the Kickstarter and of the Goblonia, all the rules, obviously. Such a great game, smooth, clever. I mean, he is wicked clever, and honestly, sometimes when somebody calls, they'll say something like, they'll call themselves awesome, and I'm like, no, actually, he is really wicked clever. He is very wicked and clever.
Ooh.
And for Goblonia, bam, there's the Kickstarter link right
Blam,
there.
there's the Kickstarter. There it is.
Some weirdos name all their stuff awesome. How pretentious.
I know, right? To name yourself awesome, that's just, you really have to be awesome to do.
You know what? Sometimes you have to toot your own horn so other people know you're coming.
That's right.
That
Like
was a
train.
paraphrase of a Dolly Parton.
41 backers for Goblonia.
What? 241 backers for Goblonia. Yeah, I believe it is fully funded, and they've reached their first stretch goal. I think, was there going to be a Magic Ass Games? That was next. I mean, they already had cheap ass games, so
Yes, right now unlocked is the 12 by 17 inch poster size.
Nice.
Fold up map of the city of Goblonia.
oh my gosh, that is awesome, man.
Yeah, our next stretch goal, if we hit it, looks to be a urchin playbook and 10 new illustrations by the amazing Thomas Boatwright.
Cubby, is this just because Robert's watching? Not just because he's watching, but because he can also answer questions in the chat if needed. So
Cubby,
that's why you mentioned it.
Cubby, where are you? I thought you were going to be here.
Yeah, I thought you were coming today.
Cubby,
Yeah.
come with us.
Cubby.
Cubby.
See, this is nice. Now we can have like a whole bunch of people on screen, but not actually having a
That
whole
every
bunch of
so
windows.
tiny, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
right? It's almost like, that was the original plan before the pandemic started. I tried guessing the link.
Oh,
You can't guess the link.
it's in the
It's
in
in
the
the-
player group
Yeah,
that you are
a part of.
definitely in now.
It didn't work. What are you talking about?
Send them the wrong link.
Did I send you the wrong link?
No, because that's the one I used right
That's
here.
the one I found.
Well, it worked for everyone else, Cubby. Maybe.
StreamYard Place favorites.
All right, good. Yeah. All right. So, anywho's, so we're super proud that Robert has got his Goblonia book. It's successfully, it's successfully backed. We've reached some stretch goals, and we're super. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fantastic. He also has some other games as well, my friends. This is not his first rodeo, as it were. It is the first time I've ever said rodeo, however.
That was pretty hot.
We're all very impressed.
I think
Rodeo.
that's gonna catch on.
Yeah.
I think so.
So also on top of amazing things with Kickstarter, Yuletide Monsters Advent Calendar is 985% funded.
Whoa!
We're almost 1,000% funded with still 30 days to go on this campaign.
That's totally working for me. Yeah, it's
Well,
really
we set it at a low bar to be like, well, I don't know. I guess we'll just set it.
Well, the reason is because like the overhead on the project, it's not that it's materially like making a book like Memento Mori or making the mausoleums. Like book printing is expensive. Like generating these calendars isn't expensive. Designing it is expensive. It's a billion hours of like art and fixing things that backwards. So it's like I tried to set it to reflect like what is it actually costing? All right,
get it started. Yeah,
let's hope that our time gets paid for.
Well, so many of us undervalue ourselves or think that I can always just design or draw up or do whatever, like fill in the blanks. But no, man.
Yeah, no, I know what my time is worth in this front, but they also encourage you with Kickstarter, like don't assume that other people are going to pay for the whole thing. Like you're asking people to pay in, but you yourself are committed. And I was like, I'm making this whether anybody wants it or not.
Right.
It's been my sanity minder, through the Maryland season was having a thing to do.
Oh yeah, I ever put it up there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I know what my time is worth in this regard, but like with the tarot, it's like I spent 7 years making it. Like you can't pay me enough for that 7 years of my life, right? It's not about getting paid back by the hour. It was not covering the materials cost of paper books and binding as Robert was saying, I make zero profit in a Kickstarter. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is different than performance art where you show up and you do the gig and hopefully you're getting paid the $100 or $200 or $900 or $9,000, whatever you're worth for your gig. Generating product, who knows how many hours Louis spent figuring out how to build a mausoleum so he could sell it to us for cheap. We're not paying him for his time, but we are paying him for his value.
Yeah, how many laser burns did he go through before he got it right? Because, well, and I mean laser, because you have to make it and then you put it together and you go, crap, that wasn't exactly, and then and every minute that your laser burns, they're only good for so long. Like they have, you have 4,000 hours or whatever, on a typical.
I thought you
cutter.
were saying he gets laser burns on his fingers, and I'm like, he's kind of doing it wrong.
Lost your
They
finger.
don't actually manipulate over there.
Bring the guy.
Cubby is still struggling to get in, by the way. If anybody can help him.
There he is. There he is.
Cubby!
Cool Eyeglass Club.
Coolest background. Cubby wins coolest background award for the day.
Yeah.
Holy
It's
moly.
physical.
It's
Get physical.
we just have this leather couch that we made for our background.
Yeah. Is that how you really get on the channel?
I need to set my game up.
The casting
'Cause
couch is too crowded. I just have this
That's
baby
my
grand
friend.
piano and shrimp.
Yeah, you went in, you got to go through all three of us.
That's right.
That honestly, I'm just way too lazy for that.
It's a couch. You just lay there, Cubby.
You're not supposed to take a nap.
But I gotta get up to take the nap. Can't I just take a nap?
I
That's
love having you
showbiz.
here, and I love having you on the Goblonia, and all of the things that you've done for us for Nat 21 have been such a blast. They're so good, so much fun.
I can even occasionally figure out how to like show up for it. It's cool. I'm in my 40s and I'm like, I'm just gonna let social media make less sense to me, like with
Right?
each passing day.
Imagine
That's a whole
that
mood.
this is our VCR that we can't set the time for. You know, when our
And also, so is the
couldn't-
VCR.
When our grandparents couldn't reset the time on the VCR because it was a newfangled device, and we were like 12 years old, and we were like, "Grandma, you just see, there you go." And then now this is our VCR right here.
Oh, I can set the time on the VCR.
That's right.
I'm in tune with the technologies of 30 years ago.
Right, latchkey kid of the 80s and
Paula
90s.
and I were talking about cassette tapes earlier today because a Weezer song came on, and I was like, oh, I had this single on a cassette tape, and on the other side of the cassette tape was a different single, and you had to flip it over to hear the other song.
Right.
That's not a cassette tape.
And you had to hear it all the way.
Yeah, because you couldn't just turn it over and
And
just
you
start.
hear the other one in the middle.
I mean, you could if you got the thing. You can go.
Yeah.
Spin the
That's
pencil in the socket.
Yeah.
Single.
They're gonna say it's a record because you had to flip it.
No, I haven't bought a cassette tape in like months.
Probably
I
last
like
time you
his
set a
background is like
VCR, honestly.
psychedelic 60s. It's like you have the background of a person who's trying to do cottagecore, but they're on drugs. It's very like, like vegetables and skillets that stand up on their own. It's real wholesome.
It's even better. It used to hang in the cafeteria of an IKEA. It is IKEA original.
What's awesome is that it actually really goes with the background of the actual show. So it's all black and white on our edges and stuff.
Oh, is Brent calling you now?
No, that was spam. Unless Brent's working for some sort of spam industry.
Not anymore.
I can call
Freaking
you.
jugglers.
I like that Prue's background matches her everything, like your clothes, your hair, very coordinated.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Honestly, the little
That's what my hair looks like from the back.
The flower brings it all together.
Right? Thank you. I had those flowers up here off camera, and I was like, people deserve to know.
They also match the Nat 21 logo in the corner. So it's
Yeah,
just
you're
like,
killing it.
Yeah.
So wicked clever. Bought a new car 2 years ago and no CD player. Yeah. We don't do that. Use your Bluetooth, man. Bluetooth. What?
Wow.
But my teeth are orange.
Beaver?
I was gonna say yellow, but then I looked at the D21 on the screen and I went orange for some reason. I said the color out loud. Anyway, moving on.
You put a lot of You put a lot of effort into matching your teeth to the Nat 21 logo.
I'm gonna get a grill that's just all D21s. So I'm just working on not having the color.
Yeah,
I'll be interested in dating someone else at that point.
Yeah. You do that, you're just been outed of awesome town.
But I literally just found out that Beaver's teeth are that color because they're reinforced with iron. Like they are. That's literally so metal. That's why their teeth are so freaking strong.
Wow.
Literally.
Their body routes iron into their teeth.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, quick question. What color are a beaver's teeth? Like,
Hold on, let me show
They
you.
have to
they're
be.
like-
Whoa!
Right. Their teeth are orange. They're like horrific. What?
I
have
was
to be-
told that
If
women didn't have teeth down there.
They'd have to be oxidized, so that's why. Yeah, there's reddish and orange.
Or
Yeah,
something.
I didn't see it if there was.
that is something I learned today.
Otters have pockets. What? I'm sorry.
You have pockets.
Now you're
Yeah,
just
that's
saying
like-
stuff.
That's
Dolphins
the social
juggle.
media thing today.
Dolphins juggle.
What is happening? This is what happens.
It
Aren't
passed.
you supposed to be
And have
crafting or
folks put
something?
things in their mouths.
Yes.
Get to work. Kitty's got way too much free times on her hands.
What?
You get to work. This is the kind of shenanigans that happen when you don't have enough to keep you occupied.
Right.
Idle hands end up down her pants.
I thought we were all here for Reverend Tommy's glasswork.
Yeah,
here.
what are you doing?
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Get to it.
Step it up.
Oh,
Send him the link.
send me the link.
Oh,
Quick, send him the link. No.
I forgot to send it to Brett. I gotta send it to Brett.
Clam.
Pockets under their arm. Hang on.
Wicked
Pockets
Clever says
under their
that
armpits.
otters
They
actually have
really do.
pockets under their armpits. They keep their favorite rock in one side and they keep their favorite food in the other. That's what
Oh,
Carmel
shit.
does. She's got that over the shoulder hot lady thing. You
The
know?
holsters.
Yeah.
My hot lady.
Bra?
Yeah. She totally keeps a bunch of rocks in one side and a snack in the other.
Yeah.
That's witch stuff.
It really is bad when you forget which is which.
Is Carmel secretly an otter?
Not so secret.
You ought to know.
Clamwell is not so secret.
Right. That's right. She clams well.
I clam so well.
So can I talk about a logistical challenge that I'm looking at right now?
Yeah.
With this, as compared to all of the other topics we've covered, it is a very small detail, but I have to make a choice. Of course, the exterior pages are the same size as the interior pages, right? That makes sense. But that means when you put them together and you fit them inside, because science and displacement of matter, the interior page sticks out just a little bit. So I have to make a decision, like you can see like there's a little overlappity there. And I'm going to have to decide if it's like, yeah, that's what it's like. Or am I going to sit around with a giant paper cutter and cut the final 36th of an inch off hundreds of these?
Wow.
It'll be fine, but it's like, oh, and this is why you make a mock-up, because that decides how I'm going to spend a lot of like zoning out to Netflix time with tape and paper cutters.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. That's a whole mood.
Right. That is a whole mood. Yes. That is a whole afternoon of watching all of something.
Oh yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately. I just finished How I Met Your Mother finally. And I listened to the audiobooks, a couple of Jane Austen audiobooks. Living my best life over here.
Oh, check it out. Wicked Clever. Book edges are cut after binding. Otherwise, you have the deckled edge.
Deckled edge, which now you have to pay extra. Like, I want that rustic look.
Wait, you pay extra for less work? The heck?
Welcome to the world of like Whole Foods. It's like, so wait, you didn't have to bleach everything and you're going to charge me more for my whole wheat or whatever?
Bless.
Right.
I juggle less objects and I get paid more. I don't know.
Well, that's true in your case. It's like you do a lot of talking.
I do, but
I don't think that you would get, paid less if you juggled more, to be fair, but
I don't know. What kind of juggling is it?
right. I mean, God knows juggling is really boring if it's not funny. So
Cubby, forgot to ask, what are you working on today?
I just came to the end of a Kumihimo string.
I'm gonna put this
So
on.
wow.
I'm working on freeing these bobbins.
Oh.
And then I'll restring my custom-made disc.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because if you get a standard disc, it's perfect for 4 colors of 4 threads each. But if you want to do a rainbow, there's not enough slots. So I made one out of foam.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, cool. Well done.
My friends are so crafty.
String man.
Yeah. I think I had one of those kits when I was younger, and I made a few strands. Actually, I have one of my strands right here. I use it as a safety cord for my microphone. So,
Oh, nice.
Bye, clams.
I'm gonna.
yeah, I made a
Hemo cord is perfect for masks
nice,
because it's got just a little bit of stretch to it,
really cool.
so it makes it very comfortable.
All right, hold please.
That's smart.
Really cool, guys.
You too can make your own pandemic mask in only a couple of months of consistent,
Applied effort.
boring / relaxing applied effort.
Bless all our hearts.
I wish you all could see my chickens right now. They're running around My giant chicken has lost all of her feathers, so she is the saddest. She's always kind of a sad sack, but now she's like full Skexy. She looks
Aw.
like she was a prop left on stage after a bad burlesque routine.
I mean, she like lost all her feathers, like she'd gotten attacked by a nair.
Yeah, this isn't your average molting. It's
Not
like
a nair, but nair in general.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know, like nair, like the look that.
The hair removal stuff.
But now I want a nair monster.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, you are.
Oh, can it attack me, please? Because, geez, I haven't shaved in a long time.
You just need to fill that big washing well wench tub with nair.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Well, no, because I want to keep some of my hair.
Well, just
I already know. If you lose all of your hair, you'll get alopecia mind.
Wow.
All right, thanks for coming, Cubby.
Whoops, is that your connection dying? Oh, geez.
No, he doesn't know that he was just kicked off the show.
Oh, I'll do it again then. Thanks for coming, Cubby, and replaced with Reverend Tommy. All right, we have Reverend Tommy here today. He's working on some. We're gonna give this the big screen because it's new. Boop. He's got. Oh, look, we've got. And not only do we have some glass work, but we have Nat 21 Inception with his own computer screen right there. You can actually see the computer screen with the things. So he just pulled this out of the kiln. People.
Whoa.
He's got his own little kiln set up right there in this little apartment, which I was stunned and amazed, and also made sure
not
to
candy.
touch.
Diggity dang.
Yeah. So what is it that you are actually doing right now?
So I am making pendants, and they start off with what you see here as just individual pieces of glass. So this color piece, and then piece of clear goes on top of that, and it gets gold sprinkle shinies, goes into the kiln, and it comes out looking like this.
Whoa. Yeah, buddy.
And then I glue a bail onto the back of them and string them up, and then poof, there's pendants.
Bam. Oh, we're so tiny now that that background is a little distracting. All right.
Really cool.
Wicked Clever asks, the squares don't stick together? Do they shrink? They can't shrink. They're glass, right?
Well, they become bulbous.
So glass wants to reach a certain thickness, just like any liquids. When they come up, when they are in a liquid form, glass wants to reach a consistency of 6 millimeters, which is basically it is 2 layers of 3 millimeter glass. So these 2 pieces here, and I'll take a completed one here, are basically essentially the same exact size. Now the heat and time, the edges will soften and roll a little bit, but a 1 inch square is still basically a 1 inch square.
Huh.
So the answer to the question, no.
And so because of that, then I don't have to worry about the glass spreading out too thick or too far, because it's going to basically take up the exact spot that I placed them. Which actually, I'm going to hold the shelf up because you can see the outline. I think if the camera will pick it up, for where each square was.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
as long as I maintain I like to keep about a 1/4 inch spacing between each piece. Therefore, I know based on the thickness and science that the stuff's not going to flow together into 2 pieces will become 1.
Right. So you're not putting them in right next to each other. You actually space them a little bit.
Yeah. The only stuff that's sticking together are the 2 pieces that are stacked on top of each other, which creates the final form.
Science.
Yes. Yeah. Science is what you need to know in order to actually really do glass blowing.
I never thought about glass having like cohesive versus adhesive tensions before. Can you get molten glass to like go up a capillary tube? It'd have to be made out of steel, I guess.
Wait, steel melts before glass, doesn't it? No. Wait.
No.
Nerds.
Because glass blowers with the molten glass in the furnace is 2,000 degrees.
Okay.
We use stainless steel rods to collect the glass.
Right.
You know.
So don't make it out of copper. That will melt.
I mean, with enough time, yeah, but for brief moments.
If it's thick enough, yeah, it won't.
Yeah.
But don't make it out of really thin copper.
That explains why my gallium glass blowing tube was such a disaster.
Or my plastic straw. That was right out.
Yeah, the worst part was that turtle showed up and just jammed it in its it had molten straw all over it. It was
too soon, man. Too soon.
Yep. Yup. Well, golly. There you go. I love that everyone is working on cool stuff today.
What are you doing, hon?
What am I doing? I am running this show.
Creating a show with the crew.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't stick your hand in the melted glass pretending it's like poo with a honey jar.
And just because it's bright and glowing orange and looks like honey doesn't mean you can lick it either.
It looks so tasty, though.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Don't put that in your mouth.
You think a pizza blister's bad?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's like, when people ask me, like, if I've ever burned myself when eating fire. Hilariously, the answer is, like, not really. The worst burn I've ever had on my tongue was from a hot dog. Like literally, the liquid inside of the hot dog, I bit into it, and it sprayed out onto my tongue, and it was, like, 7 million degrees.
Oh,
and you know how somehow it's hotter inside, like the water is still like the same temperature of the boiling water, but it's actually hotter than the hot dog itself. I don't know how it works, but anyway, it was super hot. And
well, yeah, because the surface of the hot dog cooled down in the air, but the interior didn't have the exposure to air. It's science, man.
Yeah, plus, water has a limit on how hot it can get, but meat has a higher limit. So the hot dog can theoretically be hotter than the water itself, considering it can take in the extra energy used for state change.
It's all freaking science. That's it's all
the worst for me is
It's
like when
fine.
hot chocolate is too hot and that burns your tongue.
That's awesome, Cubby.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I have actually burned my mouth eating fire, but not a lot. It's mostly because of learning which lipstick will melt onto your face. That was the real. It wasn't the fire to tongue. It was the fire to lipstick and glitter, sort of, early days.
Ooh, no using plastic glitter. It'll melt onto your lips.
Really, no using plastic glitter at all because it's evil. But back then, I also not only was it evil, but it was also evil to my lips. All of those things. Hon, you look so lonely, sit like a tiny man sitting on the couch now that everyone's gone.
No,
Although I guess that's Kitty's butt. I thought it was a pillow next to you, but meow.
the trouble I see. Nobody knows but Jesus.
I wish I had the rest of these calendars. I want to do them right now. I'm so tired of waiting for it to be ready for me to.
That's the hardest part. Waiting.
The waiting is the hardest part.
Right.
On everything. I just ordered a bunch more dice, and they've got to come from Poland. It's going to take however long. Like everything is waiting. I'm impatient.
Right.
We had a lawnmower going by, so we muted.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything that was going on. So repeat everything after good morning.
Yeah, just start over, everybody.
Hi, I'm Ansa. This is Prue. There's some slumping happening, and then there's some art with string.
Oh, wait. You were saying like lipstick and catching
melting
fire.
with fire, yeah. Don't set your face on fire. Yes.
Well, so a long time ago, me
You
and
can't
AJ
tell
were
me
at
what to do.
Louisiana
These are the
Fair.
life lessons.
Sorry, Louisiana Run Fair?
Sorry, his lawnmower keeps coming by. So I keep muting it. Yeah, we were at the Louisiana show, and we and it was a rain day, and it was really, really bad, and no one was around. There was like 4 or 5 people, and the turkey leg booth, which was nearby our stage, was like, it was so bad, like literally no one was there at the fair because it was cold, rainy, wet. It was disgusting, and so they were literally giving away turkey legs for like $1 a piece because they were just like, we made a whole bunch. It's Sunday. They're not going to last. So just get rid of them for $1, right? And so we're just like, we're going to do some wacky stuff on stage. Just do whatever. And someone's like, would you juggle turkey legs if we bought them? And we were like, sure, we'll juggle your turkey legs. So they bought 6 turkey legs, brought them to us. And they were like, what if they were on fire? And so we dipped them in a little bit of fuel and set them on fire and started juggling them. And then that was fine until the flames melted the grease in the chicken, the fat in the chicken, and then it ignited the entire turkey leg with flaming grease, which then
was stuck to your hands.
got on our hands, and then that ignited, and so then we're but it was so cold that it wasn't that bad. But you're like, my hands are on fire. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. Like,
I mean, at least it's burning away the grease and not your skin.
That's what Joan of Arc said for a minute.
Oh, for heaven's
at
sake.
first.
I feel so warm. Okay, it's too warm. You bastards.
Too warm, too hot, too hot, too hot.
Yeah, I dare say on a nice summer day that would not have worked. It was absolutely freezing, and we were like, yeah, we will set anything on fire to like get through this day, and we did. But yeah, it was a little disturbing because you're like, oh, hands on fire. Well,
it's not so bad.
Well,
actually.
you know what they say: light a man a fire, he'll be warm for a day. Light a man on fire, and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Oh no, that was terrible.
That's right.
And if you share a stage with London Broil, they may just cover the stage with turkey grease that you then get to do your show on.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Fortunately, there is no fire at the Maryland Fair, so yeah.
It's just grease. It's not a fire hazard. It's more of a falling hazard.
Gross.
That
Wait,
is
they're
a
called
slip and fall
London?
hazard.
London Broil is Louis' juggling group. Louis that makes the cool mausoleums. And nobody's allowed to do fire at Maryland because somebody made that necessary, that nobody's allowed to do it. But yeah.
I'm just saying turkey grease seems very off-brand for
right. It should
London
be
broil.
beef of some kind. Yeah.
It should be suet.
Yes. Yes, wicked clever. No fire at Maryland for the past 10 years, I think. It's been a while. It's been about 10 years, more or less. I could be wrong on the exact date. But there was an incident, and your contract said no chainsaws?
Hey, Paulo, say something really cool.
I can juggle a flaming chainsaw.
Actually, your chainsaw would bypass their rule, would it?
I don't think I can talk right now because I'm too cool.
Yeah, too cool for school.
This is a meme. I made a meme happen in real life.
Really super did. That was awesome.
If you were home, I would make you sleep on the couch. But now you can sleep on that couch because you're so far away.
All your base are belong to Kitty.
Nice.
Oh, that's okay. Wait, I got to put that together here. Mobile Contract Stranger said known chainsaws, and when I laughed and said, "What happened?" and they said, "Oh no, that's just in yours. We figured it might happen."
Compliment?
They know you so well.
Wait, who was that?
That's really great.
Who was that?
That's wicked clever, Robert.
Oh.
And oh my gosh. So a long time ago, and of course we get asked all the time. Leonard Broyle gets asked, I get asked, I'm sure all the other jugglers get asked all the time. They're like, juggle fire, because I mean that was a big thing. I mean, obviously, that's kind of the par for the course for a Ren Fair juggling show is set something on fire. But yeah, a long time ago, and I was not there when it happened. But hilariously, when I heard several different versions of the incident. And I took all of those versions and melded it together. And I was like, okay, I think I can understand. Because you'd get the word, you get a story from someone who wasn't a juggler. And then you get a story from another performer. And you get someone who, so like, and you're like, because like certain things just couldn't happen. Certain things shouldn't happen. Certain things did happen. And then you're like, pieced it all together, and I asked the person what the story was, and then they actually, and I was like, I was about 90% right, and like I was like, because it was like, there's no way that could have happened. You probably shouldn't have done that.
So what did
but
happen?
You did.
I kind of want to read this like juggling detective story.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's that thing where someone's like. It's the same thing when someone says, oh my God, I saw that guy juggle, and he was like juggling 9 clubs, and you're like, no, he wasn't, because I happen to know that person. Also, 9 clubs is like, if you can juggle 9 clubs, you are
not working at a Ren Fair.
You're not working at a Ren Fair. You're in Vegas. You're at Cirque du Soleil.
Something about their story didn't add up.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, I saw him do a double kick up into 7 clubs, and I'm like. No, I know that guy. He's a fantastic juggler, but no way in the world does he kick up into 7 clubs.
With both feet.
With both feet, yeah. You're like, no. Like, that's no. But anyway, so yeah.
So what? You don't have to name names, but what was the incident?
So the person eats fire, and they do a thing where they light a volunteer's head on fire. I know this doesn't sound good at all, does it? But usually they pick someone who's bald, and they slap a torch on his head, a fire-eating torch, and then they like light it off of his head. And of course, that's not what went wrong. What went wrong is that he pretended to freak out, and his daughter ran up on stage to then help, and she freaked out, and then he tried to stop her and whacked the torch out of the other person's hand, and then that hit the girl.
Oh God!
And again, no one was, I will say no one was seriously injured, but yes, there was a fire injury. But it was not a serious injury. So, and again, it was a long time ago. So, blah, 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 right? So so now fire is banned because someone made a bad choice. Like, and honestly, I will say as a fire performer that's a really bad choice. Lighting and honestly, I don't know if my insurance would cover that. Which is probably was part of the reason why that was a problem. And but because like my insurance, you can't throw knives around someone who's not in your show. Like it doesn't cover it. Like if I got someone to stand on stage and I threw knives around them, that's not covered. That's endangering someone. That's endangering a person in the audience.
A non-professional.
I can endanger someone in my show. Absolutely, but I can't, right. That's covered because you've made a decision to do that. So, so like sometimes I'll see something about, you'll see someone having volunteer. I mean, doing things like holding an item and having somebody whip a target out. Like, I don't know whose insurance they have, because my performance insurance seriously does not cover that. So if you whack somebody's hand with a whip,
I really want to do the blow dart thing that I do with you with an audience member.
no,
but
you can't.
Just can't.
You can't. It's not covered. You can't do that.
No.
You can shoot me with a blowgun.
Right. I don't shoot you with a blowgun.
I'm saying
shoot
you
the
can.
target you're holding.
I'm just saying you can shoot me with a blowgun.
You heard it. He said I can shoot him with a blowgun.
I think he's indicating you have the ability, but that is not permission.
Not
right. Choices were made.
Well, the good thing is, we'll do it at after dark here. That way, if something goes wrong, we'll just push them into the lake.
Just turn off all the lights and pretend it didn't happen.
Also, a key concept of consent, Paulo, you can withdraw consent at any time.
Yep, no shame.
Once
I'm gonna find somebody.
left the tube, I changed my mind.
You can hire Pablo.
Okay.
That's right. Heard about the guy juggling flaming chainsaws. That's right. I kind of make a big deal out of it. I call it the Mark I, the 1534 chainsaw, and it's a length of chain that I've welded into basically a stick that is chain shaped, and then I welded a chainsaw blade to that chain, and that is my chainsaw.
Technically, it's a chainsaw.
Technically, it's chainsaw.
And then you put a wick on it.
And then you throw some wick on that, and boom, flaming chainsaw. And then I always like to say, what did you see at the Red Fair today? Oh, I saw some knights jousting. Ooh, I saw a guy with a flaming chainsaw. Tell your friends.
It's not as cool as I thought it would be.
Look, more people also have not sewed cats together so that to have a tale of 9 cats. They're just lazy. It's just lazy juggling is what it is.
Wow.
I also saw a guy who sewed 9 cats together. You get to say that.
That's right. By their tails. Yeah.
It's a cat king.
That's right.
Oh, my.
That was legit in the insurance newsletter the following year. No longer allowed to set audience members on fire. Yep.
Of course, that means that certain folks like Christine will be able to get to do Maryland.
Oh yeah.
She can never do Maryland.
That's why it took me forever to get back into Maryland, because I was kind of known as the guy who juggles 5 torches. Like, that was your big thing, and literally, like, the intimidator it was. For years, it was like, well, what else can you do? And I was like, I do a ton of other things.
I do other stuff. Come on.
I can juggle 5 knives, which, and of course,
cat.
Big secret, 5 knives is actually way more dangerous than 5 torches on a normal day if you're not having volunteers lie on the ground in front of you.
Or the stage isn't being rushed by toddlers like it was at Maryland.
So,
yeah.
Well,
this explains why I never got into Maryland Ren Fair with my proposal to just set audience on fire for half an hour. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. They rejected my tire fire attraction.
It's even got rhyming.
It's like they don't care about authenticity.
Right? What about my art? Okay.
I mean, that's not authentically medieval, but it is authentically Maryland.
Too soon? I don't know.
Go to Dundalk and tell me I'm lying.
That's right. I just set up I make a statue of tires, and then I set it on fire. It's art.
It's the burning Michelin Man.
It's 4D art too.
Yeah.
You get that smell component in there.
Mm-hmm. Not enough art smells.
That is
like that rancid ice cream statue I made. Covered in cheese. Who's that guy who covers stuff in cheese? Right? Isn't there a guy that covers things in cheese?
I don't know.
Right?
I love that guy.
No more covering the audience in hot cheese.
Molten cheese. Unlike that glass blowing show, they get away with everything.
What is Renaissance Festival?
Where else can you go to a show, where we're sticking a hot rod in the glory hole and jacking things off?
Yeah.
You know what? I was shocked the first time I saw a glass blower just flip a little piece of molten glass like at Benihana, but danged if the audience doesn't love it. They love catching the molten glass in their mouth.
It just burns, just goes right through their tongue and their jaw, just right out the bottom.
But the only thing that's left is that huge smile. And then somebody in the audience yells, "Now set it on fire."
I'm sure, like, if it hit fabric, it would just burst into flames, right? So just boom, boom, and then whoosh. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Tom?
What's that?
I was reading comments. I didn't hear what you said.
I was saying, like, if the molten lava hit their tongue and then just burned through the tongue to the bottom of their mouth, then it would hit it would still be hot enough to, like, set their clothes on fire as it, like, boom.
I mean, if it sat long enough, if someone's sitting long enough for it to, burn through your jaw, then, there's...
I guess you have other problems.
There's more issues to deal with right then.
Yeah. This got dark.
Right.
My placenta was not the dark part of this show.
I'm gonna give this molten glass one more minute to stop burning me.
Then I'm gonna turn this whole thing right around.
I'm just gonna spit it out. I don't care how many people are watching.
It's like when you put some soup in your mouth and you're not gonna swallow it because it's way too hot, but you're just gonna right? So you just
you know what?
You'll cool it down eventually.
That's the worst thing. If you threw molten glass into my mouth, I would die doing the thing.
Right?
Embarrassing.
All right.
He died how he lived, not waiting for his food to cool down.
Panting.
We're gonna just go back to the catchphrase of the week, which is "Don't put that in your mouth."
Indeed. I don't know why this was the week for it, but I'm glad that we had this important lesson.
Okay. I'm glad we've all... And knowing's half the battle. Am I right?
Yeah, but the campaign's not over yet.
Campaign's not over.
And now you know, and you can make informed choices.
Is there really a need for any other catchphrase?
I'm making a whole song about it, you guys. To the tune of "Don't Make Me Sing Along."
I hasten to add, that's not where that goes, because that covers not just your mouth. I'm just saying, right?
Nice.
Like,
oh God!
Okay, thank you. Ansa, you just started the second verse of the song.
I don't think that goes where you think that goes.
I mean, I'm all for creativity and extended technique, but you were eating hot wings. No.
Okay, well, now that you've sent us the link, I'm going to put this up here. There was a news article recently about the only guy who survived a volcano because he was in a stone prison with no windows. There's the link right there in our comments, so check that out, peeps. Prison cell of Lugar, Cimbra, Saint Pierre, Martinique. That's pretty amazing.
How did he get out?
Well, he did.
He just survived.
He survived the volcano.
Yes, he was walled in as the lava cooled.
I don't think that counts as surviving.
Well, he survived the.
Well, he still served his sentence.
Well, they're not going to let.
He was in solitary confinement because he was a belligerent drunk and pugilist.
He's like Schrodinger's prisoner.
Is or isn't going to make it?
He is alive and not alive.
Oh, that's
like some Avatar.
That's when you both have a button to press.
In a volcano.
Yeah.
Well, there's absolutely no water.
So that's like you both have a button to press, and if I press my button, it kills your cat, and if you press your button, it kills my cat. If we both press the buttons, then both cats die. But if neither of us presses the button, both cats live.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not Schrodinger's prisoner's dilemma?
Oh, Schrodinger's prisoner dilemma. Ooh, yeah.
That's just Jigsaw.
I think there was a movie about that. Yeah.
I need to let you know the guy who survived the volcano, there was a small slit of a window that was up high, and there was a big flash, and it started getting, because of course Mount Pele exploded. So he urinated in his clothes and jammed them in the hole to try to keep out some of the superheated everything. Yeah, see, look at
Wow.
Wicked Clever and I. It didn't stop the heat. Yes, he's still got mini toasted, but he did survive.
Oh shit.
Well, if you're gonna pee in your pants either way, use it for something.
You
Because I
can put
would
that in
have
your song
definitely
too,
peed in my pants. I'd been like, well,
What did you say?
I said you can use that in your song too.
Oh my gosh. If you're in a pinch, pee on your clothes. And
if you're in a pinch.
You're in a pinch.
oh gosh.
Right? So clever.
Well, guess what? The adventurers are in a pinch on the pirate ship next week.
That's right. You're gonna need a lot more urine, I think.
All right,
so versatile.
Start
you can
drinking.
use it for so many things.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Well, we've definitely rode this roller coaster, haven't we?
More of
I've
a
made
log
a short
flume.
list of things that I need to fix about these calendars, but I enjoyed the company while I did my proofing process.
Same.
Oh yeah.
I'm making magic happen over here.
I mean, like a wizard helper do.
Yeah.
Hey, Kitty, can you grab my computer? This one might die pretty soon, so I'll switch it out. We might actually make it all the way to the end of the show. Yay.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, I just want to point out that if you come to our Sicily tour, you can see a church that was buried in lava.
Oh my gosh.
And it's as I like to say, it's not Pompeii, which is just buried in ash, and any couple of fools with a couple of shovels could undig Pompeii. This church was buried in actual solid lava, and they've been digging it out for the past 30 years, and they've recently opened it to the public.
Wow.
And it's really freaking amazing. The rest of the entire town is still under lava because there was 150 feet of lava, and it was like 6 miles wide.
Oh my word.
It was a disco inferno, to be sure.
That was a lot of lava.
Yeah, and they lost the entire town. The town is called Mr. Bianco, which is the white monastery, Mister's monastery in Bianco. So the entire town. So the monastery was the church itself is up on a hill. So it's the highest part of the town, and the entire town just got rolled over, and they couldn't find it. This was in the 1300s, and they couldn't find it for the longest time. The thing is that everyone in the entire town survived. They actually removed everything. This is Mount Etna. It has very slow lava, and it moved at the breakneck speed of 3 miles an hour. But still, 6 mile wide lava flow. You should probably leave. But they were like, "Oh no, Mount Etna's erupting. We're gonna run." And they were like, "Oh well, it's not really moving that fast." Oh, okay. Let's get everything out of the church. Okay.
Speed walk.
We can get our stuff. They're like, "Shoot, we can actually get a coffee." Man, we get a cigarette.
So that's how you do the tour, huh? You're just like, yep, and now the lava's about 200 yards away. So anybody want a snow cone?
Yeah, we got time.
Can I light my cigarette on the lava?
Maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not.
That's what I call an Italian evacuation.
That's right.
We have
Don't put the lava in your mouth.
We'll take
We
the
should
Vespa.
probably go.
We still have the Vespa. We'll be fine.
Italians hate rushing.
I know. Yeah, they do. Unless they're driving, then they zip around with their little.
Then they're racing.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Yeah. You put an Italian behind the wheel, and
Oh, it must be the lawnmower.
suddenly they're Mario Andretti. So.
Except for Mario Andretti. He's always Mario Andretti.
Right.
Well, I've done what I need to do,
1%.
and the clamor of Awesome Town calls me, so I'm going to roll on out. Nice to see everybody.
Miss
Ciao.
you.
Love you, baby.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah. See you soon, honey.
Hey, everybody. Oh,
Ooh,
I wanna
look at that
see-
glass.
I want to see what
yeah,
he's up
check
to.
that out.
Yeah.
Is Elsa coming here?
Oh, that's really
She might.
stinking cool.
Yeah. Well, we might lose control of the show in a moment, so we'll have to control it from there because this one's at 1%. We're actually we're only a few minutes away from leaving anyway. So, let's not cover Prue's face here. Boop, boop.
I was just starting to enjoy that.
There you go.
Thanks, bro.
There you are. Check that out. All right.
Cool.
Coolio. Hey, how soon do you think you'll get that in the oven?
Well, I mean, I've still got all of those over there, but this shelf will be done and to go in, and I've got this half shelf I'm going to try to fill up also. I had to cut an entire square sheet of clear down because I needed just under 144 caps for all of these. So I think I can fit like 68 to 70 in a single time. That's how many pendants I can create in a single fire.
Nice.
And it takes about 8 hours for the firing cycle to run for the program I use.
Nice. Cool. Well, there we go.
And then repeat the process another day with all of the glass that I have stacked up right here in this box. It's full of glass to make more stuff.
Nice.
That's awesome.
To answer Blondie's question, this is a different city. It's not Vesuvius was Pompeii, and that was in 97 BC, AD. And then this one is on the island of Sicily, or Cecil, as our Nat 21 people know it as, and that was Mount Etna. And that was in the 1300s. But interestingly enough, the guy who one of our guys who helps us with our tours while we're in Sicily was with the kid when they discovered it, and it literally was that 700 years later, the rock had cracked where the tower had been, where the bell tower, and they lost a soccer ball down the crack, and then that's where they found the bell tower, which of course the highest part of the church, right? So again, completely covered with lava. The top of the tower, obviously, burned away. It was gone. But they found the actual column, and that was one of the adventures we ran. That was part of the adventure, was going into that bell tower and finding the church that was under lava.
Wow.
But it is real, and you can go see it on our tour. So there you go.
That sounds almost like AAA's first mission.
I believe it was, actually.
Where I found my wish ring that still has a single wish on it that I still have.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was actually in 2 adventures, and it was the same location. They just went twice. They went to because things had changed, and because you guys didn't go all the way through it. But yeah, same location, same place, all that jazz, as if time moved forward in real time. All right. Well, let's see. There was another city hit by Vesuvius, or the Herculaneum, I believe it was the name of the city. They have more lava than ash. They have been able to find more things here than Pompeii. Yes, Manor of Caesar's following law. Okay. Yes, that was Herculaneum. Herculaneum.
Nailed it.
Neum sounds like a type of metal that you would make a
That's really
superhero's
strong.
weapon out of.
Oh my gosh! Hell yes!
Herculaneum.
Let's do that.
Totally.
That is now.
Also sounds like a sexy muscle man party.
Hang on.
Welcome to my Herculaneum. The boys are oiling up over there.
I'm super in.
To answer Wicked Clever's question, I have these bales that I will use E6000 to attach to the back. That's how I make them into hanging pendants.
Yeah, so not drill through them. But here I'll.
No, that's just way too much time.
Very cool. That's so awesome.
proceeds of pendants over the last couple of years.
All right. Well, cool, my friends. We're gonna wait.
So yeah, guys, it's been really nifty catching up with all of you. Thanks for joining us for Creating with the Crew, and we're all going to be scattered around the country. So come to the Texas Renaissance Festival to see these guys. Come to the Carolina Renaissance Festival to see me. Cubby, you doing anything?
Gablonia tonight at 8 p.m. right here on Nat 21.
Very cool. Like, you guys are having such a great time. That's awesome. So, and then I'll be on 8 p.m. Mondays for Modern Monday with Lady Prue, and Tuesday nights with the Nat 21 Adventures game All Bard Party. We'll see what our intrepid heroes get up to next. There's a lawnmower going on, so that's why the other guys they're muted. So Paula, you want to say bye? All right, wait, bye.
Bye. It was a lot of fun hanging out with everyone.